It used to be said that behind every successful man, there must be a woman. But I said used to be said because they don't say that anymore. These days they say beside every successful man, there must be a woman. In Ondo State, there is a dynamic woman that is doggedly supporting the good works of Governor Olusegun Mimiko. We're talking of the First Lady of the state herself, and she's here to tell us the role she wants the women of Ondo State to play and the role they're already playing in complementing the policies of the government. Your Excellency, can you share with us the role you play?
Thank you so very much. I was going to say the role the women are already playing in governance of Ondo State. One of the things that this government has set out to achieve is to bring back that connection between the governed and the government. And I dare say that in society, the women are a strong force to be reckoned with. From the very beginning, when they go around campaigning for our votes, and even when governance comes on full throttle. I will particularly talk about the Mother and Child Hospital. It is an initiative of this government in Ondo State to leverage on the access of women, particularly pregnant women, to free and very good health services. The Mother and Child Hospital is a referral hospital. It attends to pregnant women right from registration to the delivery of their babies, and the babies thereafter are looked after free of charge until age 5. All the pregnant woman needs to do is to get a registration card of about 500 naira, and every other thing comes free, from antenatal care to delivery. If there need to be a surgical intervention, it is free for the woman. And her baby, until age 5, enjoys this benefit. The results of this is that we have a lower rate of maternal mortality. Our children live better now. They are well equipped mentally to face the challenges of life. The women go home happy. And another thing that we see this achieving is that it's bridging the gap in the society, because of free will. You see the wife of a messenger lying next to the wife of a bank manager,
or the wife of a commissioner,
or the wife of the commissioner. Even a commissioner, I can testify to this, that the commissioner has gone to give birth in the mother and child, and it does not discriminate. Everybody is welcome. You don't have to be from Ondo State. Though this is a very, very huge financial burden on the government, but to the ethics of the profession, if someone needs medical care, you shouldn't turn such a person back. So if you're not from Ondo State and you present yourself at the Mother and Child Hospital, you are attended to as if you are a full-fledged citizen of the state. The women are happy. The women see that the promises are being kept. Their health is looked after. The health and welfare of their children looked after. Now, on my part as wife of governor, I run the Maternal Pulse Foundation, and it seeks to bring awareness to our women, and I dare say the men folk too, the challenges that women face as per their health, to bring down the rate of maternal mortality. We need to ring the bell that every hand must be on deck. Once a woman is pregnant, you don't joke with her. Headache in pregnancy is a killer if it is not attended to.
And a lot of other things.
Eclampsia, hypertension in pregnancy, and I have been told that postpartum hemorrhage, bleeding, excessive bleeding, sends our women to untimely death. So Maternal Pulse seeks to create awareness in this aspect, to tell the populace that a pregnant woman is no longer a statistic that you just handle. It's not just a woman in the house. Every eye must watch over her. Government is doing its best. The people must also rise up to attend to this need to help government to achieve a better life for the people of the society. We also seek in maternal pulse to create awareness in the areas of the non-communicable diseases. For women, hypertension, for obvious reasons, we worry a lot. We have so many things to think about. Diabetes, because of our lifestyle, what we eat, what we do with our time, and so many other things. Maternal Pulse Foundation creates awareness in this aspect. And I see women rising up to be extra careful about little things, what they put in the food they eat, trying to be more active in their lifestyle, and go for regular health screens to avert unwanted diseases bringing us down. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Beautiful. Still looking at the activities, plans, programs, objectives of Governor Olusegun Mimiko's administration in Ondo State. This has brought us to talking with some of his operatives, those that are working together with him in the team to bring in Ondo State to greater heights. And so I have with me here the Honorable Commissioner for Education in person of Mr. Reni Olatubora. You're welcome, Honorable Commissioner.
Thank you, Madam. It's nice being with you this afternoon.
Same here too.
Yes, yeah.
As the Education Commissioner, could you share with us the core focus areas of your ministry in line with the vision of the governor?
Thank you. There are basic areas of intervention that we call thematic areas in the education sector. And these are ICT. ICT stands for Information, Curriculum, Development, and Technology. Infrastructure, incentivization, institution. These are the areas of concentration in our intervention. And then we have gone into the implementation of these thematic areas. And this can be seen clearly from the model schools that the governor of Ondo State, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, has built in virtually all the local governments of Ondo State. We call them Caring Heart Mega Primary Schools.
Caring Heart
Mega Primary Schools. There are two types of this school. Type A has 42 classrooms. Each of these classrooms has a carrying capacity of 25 pupils in total compliance with UNESCO standards. And for the first time in the history of education in this part of the world, the schools have one of the best resource centers that you can talk about in any school in this part of the world. And the resource centers are composed of a computer laboratory that has 50 computers with the best and most current Microsoft programs. This laboratory is linked to the internet and it's linked to about 8 e-libraries in Europe and America. E-libraries in Europe and America. In the resource center also we have a laboratory for audiovisual activities. This basically is a facility with infrastructure, instructional materials that makes learning easier for the pupils in terms of making available objects of description that are usually referred to in abstract in classrooms. And also we have a big hall, a multi-purpose hall. Right inside of this hall, we have a capacity for 2,000 pupils or guests. And then of course, we are bringing into this hall facilities for indoor sports, gymnastics, table tennis, squash racket, handball, basketball.
Appealing to the students.
Appealing to the students. You see, the approach to of the governor on education here is a total education of the child. Academic area and of course sporting activities are combined together as a symbiotic form of concentration and intervention in education.
Still looking at the activities of Governor Olusegun Mimiko in Ondo State for the past 3 years, we cannot but talk about his intervention in the agriculture sector, because agric is very, very pertinent to him. And that explains why we have the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture in person of Engineer Ademola Olufemi. He is also the Deputy President, Nigerian Society of Engineers. You're welcome, Engineer.
Thank you, Madam.
Could you please tell us your basic intervention areas when it comes to agriculture? What are the major areas?
Thank you very much, Madam. I want to thank you for this interest in our programs. Agriculture, as you did mention, is pivotal to practically all developments over the world. And most developed economies, if not all, came all the way from agriculture. And ours is particularly salient, as in Nigeria, as in Ondo State. The mainstay of Nigerian economy is the agricultural sector, and that is what we know how to do naturally. So if you look at it, even up to now, we're looking at over 80% engaged in agriculture. It shouldn't be that high, but we can build on that strength and move on from there. It is in light of that this government, under Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, in his build to the election and his program, you know, a carrying out the program. The A stands alone, and that is deliberate, and that stands for agriculture and food security. It was not by accident. No, it's a deliberate thing. This is taking cognizance of the governor knows quite well that this is one sector of the economy, leveraging on whom we are, that can take us out of unemployment, take us out of dependent on oil and all the attendant problems. As he has said in a number of places, with agriculture, in 5 to 8 years, we can put everybody to work. We're looking at agriculture from production up to the value chain, and that is horticulture, livestock, animal husbandry, fisheries. When you now go to processing, marketing, and all of that, you're still looking at even oil palm, cocoa, and all the rest of it. They're so huge, such that if we attend to this, we'll get everybody to work, and we have industry running. Most industries that will give you quick returns are agro-based. And once you have the basic raw materials for the industry, you are not anything import dependent, and I think we know how to do well. In relation of this, the government of Dr. Olusegun Mimiko kicked off with what we called the agri villages, but they've turned out to be cities. Villages were modest. We thought we were going to do leveraging on what the sage, late Olukemi Mimiko, did. We're working on that and making improvement. So we started with Ore, and we have 4 as we speak. Ore, Ekpe, Ishuada, and Auga. Ore is in the, we all know where Ore is. Ekpe is around Ondo, Kegbo. Ishuada and Auga is in Akoko, the North Central District. In these places, if we take Ore for instance, we have presently about 500 graduate farmers there. I mean, these are about the third set. We have challenge for these graduate farmers, and they, just like you and I, they watch the Premier League, they see the internet, and that is why it has become a city. There is nothing you will need, you do in a city and that you don't get do there.
And they are accommodated.
They are accommodated there. There is water, there is light 24/7. You can watch your Man U and Arsenal, and if you like Sunshine Stars. And we do cassava, maize, there's oil palm, there's fisheries, there's livestock, and there are 2 dams, all built by us. And in all of this, in all the fish pond and all the like, we don't use any pumps. We just dam using natural scenario with our expertise, and all these things flow under gravity. There are over 200 ponds in Ore.
Mr. Governor established this policy for the first time in the history of Ondo State. 33 years ago, we started, and it's to cater for rapid transformation of the standard of living of people living in communities by providing enabling infrastructures that either could be abandoned or neglected or not provided for our communities. For a communal setup to become a progressive or developing community, there must be some enabling infrastructure that should be among or available in such a community. In Ondo State, when we were campaigning, Mr. Governor did promise that it's going to transform the living standard of the average people from state of darkness to light by providing enabling infrastructures. That is one aspect of it. Other aspect of it, we want to entrench the spirit of participatory governance.
The spirit of
participatory governance.
Okay.
Because it has been government dumping project on communities, government dumping project on people. But the governor said it's going to be different by that we have to move out. Ask people what and what you want government to do for you. Prioritize your needs by yourself. People are having their say and they're having their way in Ondo State for the first time and for the first time in Africa too. So, just glory be to God. Here we are today. But the governor said it's going to be different. He's a man that has affinity and passion for the kind campaign promises fulfilling. If you want to fulfill promises, you say, I will change your standard of living from state of darkness to light. What are those things that you are lacking? It's you that know what you are lacking. Then he said the ministry is created for the first time. We move out, we interact with all strata of human beings in a stakeholder meeting in any particular local government. We bring all stakeholder people meeting together. We ask them, we give them a message of transformation as conceived by Mr. Governor. So community to community, they prioritize their needs. Then we move it to execute the one that came first. And that is what we call confidence building project or quick win project. Because the time lag between the determination, between the prioritization and execution must be very close.
So that's why you call it quick wins.
Project. At the same time, we are recouping confidence from the government to the government because confidence is lost all over the years. The local campaign promises unfulfilled. But Governor Mimiko said this one is going to be different. So here we are today, 425 projects executed. 425 projects executed at the dictate and the prioritizations of the people. Participatory governance in action. Apart from that, we want people to render selfless services, committed services to their community. And that will become termed self-help projects. Do we agree with me, ma'am? That in those days, history had it that most of the Anglican churches, the vicarages, the churches were built by communal efforts in those days. The enthusiasm is lost. All over the country, people don't want to submit themselves for selfless services. But Governor Mimiko said he wants to bring it back. By first of all, letting people participate in governance. Ownership is guaranteed from the word go. When ownership is guaranteed, then maintenance that guarantees sustainability and continuity is enhanced.
Well, thank you very much. Talking about qualitative healthcare, you'll be looking at composite measures of health indices, one of which is maternal mortality, on the 5 mortality, and looking at life expectancy, and basically the first and foremost is the maternal mortality and on the 5 mortality. And so let it not surprise you why this present administration have taken it upon itself to look in this direction towards addressing the ever-increasing and the totally unacceptable maternal mortality and on the 5 mortality. Apart from the fact that this again constitutes the most vulnerable people in this society, so we again need to step in, and there's usually the rural-urban disparity when it comes to maternal mortality and then on the 5 mortality. So we have to then address, and oftentimes most of the disease burdens are lying there in the rural area, while the intervention usually in the urban area. And so it should not surprise you why we first launched the BSF Motherhood Program, which is basically to address, it's a kind of rural healthcare, homegrown initiative to address the maternal mortality and infant mortality in the very rural area. And we just looked at the intervention in that particular region that leads to maternal death. One of the 4 major delays leading to maternal death are things that we address with the BSF Motherhood Program. One is the delay in seeking health care because they are grossly uninformed. So health-seeking behavior tends to be poor. And then the other one is the delay when they even decide to seek health care, the delay in reaching health care. Then thirdly, you'll be looking at the delay when they get to healthcare and receiving healthcare. Then the last one is the delay in the referral. And so looking at all these 4 major delays, then we'll have to look at how to address them. And so we started with a baseline, which then revealed to us that only 16% of those who come for antenatal care will eventually come back to deliver in the hospital. And so that's, again, I explain or account for why we have very high maternal mortality, because 34% of them will have gone elsewhere. So what is critical is to look beyond statistics and track them, looking at human being as flesh and blood. So we'll have to look at how to bring them back to the hospital, because when they deliver matters. The most critical moment in pregnancy is the period of delivery. And so that's why we have to put strategy in place to kind of track them back, to the health facility.
The governor has not disconnected from the people. He is so connected with the people. And when you look at our program, the Carrying Out program has really affected the lives of people. When you look at what we are doing in agriculture, Governor Mimiko has been able to redefine governance, and he has been able to look at areas where we have comparative advantage. If you look at Ondo State, we are an agrarian state. We have so many farmlands. So what Mr. Governor did was to recreate the old farm settlement. Through that, he has been able to provide employment for over 3,000 unemployed graduates. If we go to our farm in Ore, there we have 1,050 graduates working, enjoying the work of their labor, and they are happy, and they cannot exchange their work for any formal job, either in the banking sector or in anywhere.
When we started this journey 3 years ago, people didn't give us any opportunity. They said Labour Party, they wouldn't do anything, Mimiko will not perform. The story is different today.
It is.
I must tell you that what Governor Mimiko has done in this state, I'm not too sure you'll find similar things in other states of the Federation. I'm not saying so because he's my party or he's my governor. Mimiko has performed beyond the expectation of the party. This is a party that was founded on the ideals of social democracy towards the people. Everything we are doing must be people-oriented. And that was why when Mimiko came into office, all the programs he's presently executing were programs suggested by the various communities. Each community was asked to give 3 projects they would like the government to do for them in their order of priority.
So it is what they require.
It is what they require, what they ask for. No. So in some communities, you see water. Some communities, health center. In some others, town hall. In some others, markets. Just like that, in more than 300 communities in the state. So these programs are programs that have impacted and touched the people directly. It is not white elephant projects whereby you carry out projects that people will not feel.
He is very committed, is very creative, and he has a lot of tremendous initiative. Which
so
has
we
made
should start from him.
Please don't miss him. Let him complete what he has started here. I know. I don't know what his plans are for the future, but I know that he's a politician. He has been a politician for a long time.
And he will go places.
And he has been learning, and he will go places. He's very respectful. Every time, sometimes he even embarrasses me, say, Daddy me want be, you know, always.
Very humble.
Very humble.
Thank you so much, sir.
Mimiko is a vibrant, hardworking, diligent, and highly intelligent fellow.
Ondo State is being identified that what to show the as a beacon, as a forerunner of what is to be later to be about Nigeria.
Amen.
Because if God said Ondo State is sunshine state of Nigeria, then what do you think? That means there's a bigger vision about Nigeria.
I came in at the age of Akure about 2 years ago, and since I came in, I've been supporting him. And he knows that I call myself Oba Mimiko. I'm not Oba Labour, but Oba Mimiko. So I can say,
a party.
Yes, I'm not Oba of a party, but I can say it anywhere. I'm able to say that I'm Oba Mimiko.
We are not benchmarking governance for Nigeria. Our target is to create benchmark for the continent of Africa.
I remain your uncle, Omotayo Omotosho. Thank you very much. God bless you.